Happy New Year, pioneers. This is mjkk613.14. Pie through my eyes. Or mjkk61. I'm a mod in Pioneer English. Looking forward to a new year, man. We still got a long way to go. We still got a long way to go as a community to get there. We still got a long way to go seeing seeing what pie is. Most of you still not seeing it. I mean, still hearing too much. You know, you're ready to dump as soon as it lists on the exchange. You're going to dump it as soon as it lists on the exchange. And part of that is going to be pie economy. I mean, trading on the exchange will be part of pie economy. But pie getting its value from the exchange? No, pie's not going to get its value from the exchange. Now, that'll be where its cash value will come from. But initially, or where pie value needs to be what it's supposed to be, isn't even looking at the exchange yet. Pie is being built to be a means of exchange to buy goods and services. A currency, the money. Pie is the money. Pie's working at being the money. Okay? You know, what crypto has become today, or what crypto is today, is a tradable asset, a tradable commodity. Just like the stock market or the futures market. Okay? That's where most cryptos live. And that's the mentality that most people are in when they get into crypto. Is they're going to take whatever coin it is, whatever project it is, and they're going to turn it into other money. They're going to take whatever that coin is, go to the exchange, and they're going to trade it on the exchange for other money. Okay? That's not how pie is designed. It's not how pie is being built. Pie is being built not to live on the exchange, not to be controlled or manipulated or whatever by the exchange. Pie is being built so that we can use pie to buy goods and services, wants and needs, every day. That's how pie is being designed. That's how pie needs to be viewed. Everybody's so, or not everybody, but there's a lot of people that are wrapped up in what the exchange is going to do, what it's going to list for on the exchange, what can I sell it for on the exchange, and since pie's not looking to live on the exchange, okay, if pie were looking to live on the exchange, if Core's plan was to put pie on the exchange and to let it get its life there and its value from there, they wouldn't have so many coins out. We wouldn't be earning so many coins, because if it were looking to live on the exchange, it would be doing everything, the same thing everything else has done, lives up there. And it's not. And it's not. And it hasn't from the beginning. It's because I agree, I agree with all of you crypto guys, ladies and gentlemen, that know the space, know how it works, know how to work the space. You're right on with your assessment of what crypto's going to do on the exchange. I'm not going to argue that, hands down. I'm with you. I agree with you. But what I don't agree with you is with pie. Okay? Because why I don't agree with you is because you haven't learned pie. You haven't learned what pie is. You don't see what pie is. You don't want to see what pie is. If you took most cryptocurrencies out there today, Bitcoin. You took Bitcoin, laid it next to pi, and how pi is designed and how Bitcoin is designed. It went down kind of line by line. You would see where Bitcoin and pi are different. You could see where the differences are between pi and Bitcoin. You could see where the technology is different. You can see where Bitcoin is old, slow technology, expensive technology to run. Where pi is faster, more cost effective, more efficient, and doing, it'd be almost 200% faster. Yeah, I think it'd be somewhere in that neighborhood. About 200% faster. 504,000 transactions a day versus 75 million. Yeah, that's a big jump. And pi will never have a Bitcoin price, ever. Will it have a nice value? Yes, it will have nice value. Will it have sustainable value? Yes. But like right now, Bitcoin is up to an all-time high. What is it? Up around 30,000 a coin. Okay. It started at 3, and it went to 30,000 over what? Last 30, 60 days, somewhere in the neighborhood. Okay. It's just because it's the emotion. It's the emotion of it. Okay? And I have found, I've been doing a little research and trying to figure out what else is going on. Why is it going on? Okay? And why people are so caught up today with supply and demand and price and other, okay? It's because we're a bunch of adrenaline junkies, man. Yeah. You know, watching being around the early days of Bitcoin trading, it's that adrenaline, it's that rush, it's that anything because Bitcoin changes so fast, or it did back then. I mean, it was more volatile back then, I believe. I mean, you could either gain or lose thousands of dollars of value in a single day. In 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, you could lose a bunch, you could make a bunch, and you could end up where you started from. Yeah, in a couple of hours. Okay. But it's that rush that goes with any kind of gambling, with any kind of I see it as a gambler, or anything that has to do with getting that endorphin rush, that roller coasters, whatever it happens to be, that thrill of losing it all or making the right call, and it happens quick. Yeah, that's the crypto market. That's the crypto market, and that's where you guys play. Okay, that's where you got. Yeah, when I watched my buddy go through that ain't for me, man. That ain't for me. I mean, this guy was like 22, 23 years old, and I thought the market was going to kill him when he first started. I mean, one minute he'd be crying, next minute he'd be happy, at least happy, because then he'd be on top of the world, and then 30 minutes later he'd go, man, I lost it all again. Yeah, he did that day in, day out. Day in, day out. So if it didn't kill him, I thought it was going to give him an ulcer. 26? No. 23? No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that in my life. Didn't even want it in my life. So, yeah, it's because of that rush. It is that rush. Because then it's like, oh man, I know it. Pi's not designed like that. Pi is not designed like that. Pi is like the dollar that you have in your pocket now. it needs to be thought of like you have, like the dollar bills that we have in our pocket now, or whatever we have in our bank statement, or using our ATM card or whatever. We don't think, unless we don't have the money. Unless we don't have the money, we don't go get it. Well, some of us. Even if you don't have the money, you have a credit card. So if you need something, you go get it. If you need something, you go get it. I'm going to get it now and I'm going to pay later. Huh? But you don't think about it. You don't think about the cash that you have in your pocket. You know, you're driving down the road or whatever, you look down the gas gauge, oh, I have to stop and get gas. You stop in and get gas. Or I want you on soda or a hamburger or whatever it is. You pull it in, you go get it. You know? You don't think about, yes, you have a household budget or whatever, however you set up for your household or whatever. But however it is, you budget in your groceries and you go grocery shopping once a week or whatever it is. Okay? We don't think about it. We just use it. We just use it. That's how pie needs to be thought of. Just use it. Just use it. If you go into a store, into an online store, whatever it is, and whatever they have as a price marked on that item, or, you know, you're looking around, whatever, and you see an item and they have X amount of pie listed on it, or this item costs this much pie. Okay? Now, if the value of pie is going off of the exchange, and you have, I don't know, something for $25, I mean, the product is $25, and the price on the exchange is 10 cents, 15 cents, means, I don't have my calculator to figure out. Okay, so $25 item, $25 item is going to take 10 to a dollar, 10 to a dollar, 10 to a dollar. It's $25 times 10. It's 250 pie. Is that right? Or is it 2,500 pie? It was 2,500 pie. So we have to figure out it's going to be 2,500. So you're going to take 2,500 pie and you're going to buy this item. And by taking that 2,500, it took your sack down. I mean, now you may have 50 or 25 coins left in your sack. To me, that wasn't a smart buy. Most of the pioneers coming in won't have pie to spend at Penny's. They won't have the stack or the pie. They won't have that. They won't have a stack of pie big enough to buy anything. They won't have a stack big enough to buy anything because the item is what it is, and it's not me as a buyer. I'm not concerned about whether he can replenish his supply. He's already thought about it. He's the one that owns the business. He's the one that has the price set on that. They already know. Okay? They already know. They're the ones taking the risk. The ones that are selling are taking the biggest risk because they believe in pie. So, I hear, well, they won't be able to resupply, and they're going to run out of stuff, and they can't service. Well, you're right. All of that's happening. All of that could happen. Okay? But if the community comes up with a value on pie, and we trust it, and it's being accepted back and forth. I mean, both sides. Being accepted back and forth. Okay? That's pie value. That is pie value. And the more those transactions are going on, the more it's being seen being used, the more it gets trusted, the more we're seeing it stable. Okay? And that's not cash value yet. Okay? If we establish pie value inside of pie community, and it's moving, and people are willing to move it. They're willing to make the transactions. They're willing to buy. They're willing to sell. Okay? All of the other stuff that goes into the economy, that goes into making the economy work and making the economy strong, isn't in place yet. We're just in-house. We are just in-house. There's no place to sell it outside the community. There's no place to use it outside the community. But you guys are the exchange is outside the community. And you're so caught up at whatever it happens to be. And I don't know whether you don't believe it, don't see it, don't understand it, there's something so used to the space, I don't know. I really don't know. But how you're setting pi value is how it lives out there. How it gets set inside is how many can use it. How many if pi opens at 25 cents on the open market exchange, it lists for 25 cents. I know the first thing you guys have figured is 25 cents, and you figured out, oh, I got this much money. Yeah, when it's listed on the exchange, that's how much money you have. But if inside the community, the store they're dealing with, or marketplace we're dealing with, or whatever, how many people are going to be able to use their pi to buy goods or services at 25 cents a pi? Okay. So whatever the item is that's up for sale, my thinking, the item that's up for sale times it times 4. That's how much pi we're going to have to give for that item. So if there's a $25 item, that's 100 pi we'll have to give for that item. And if somebody only has 125 or only has 110, I think they're probably going to think about buying whether they're going to buy it or not. Most likely they won't buy it. I wouldn't. I mean, you're going to take if you only got a small stack and you're going to wipe your stack out on one purchase, you're not going to do it. I wouldn't do it. And also knowing, why would I spend that extra pi when I shouldn't have to? I mean, eventually it will come. We'll get to a price for it, or a market that I won't have to. And that's, I think, what a lot of people don't realize. I don't like that.